we never really have a set plan. We just get together and write. Snake and I will bounce ideas off of each other, and we don't live near each other at all. And so we're just getting on Zooms and getting on Skype and writing, just bouncing ideas, and then it just kind of organically, a natural progression of things, just turned into songs. And sometimes we'd have subject matter, sometimes we just have music, or sometimes just a melody, and that's how we've always written.
I think what motivates us too is the fact that we started out as two guys getting together to write songs, and that hasn't changed in the 37 years that we've been hanging out. And so there's always that creative need to build something out of nothing, which I still find to be fascinating. That one day you don't have a thing, and the next day you've got something that you go, wow, could be something really special or really cool. And that's what we're driven by, I think, is the notion of being able to create something out of nothing.
You know, Snake and Rachel have a chemistry that's very important to the overall sound of Skid Row. So it's important for them to be able to bounce ideas. You know, outside writers, whether I bring something in or people outside the band, that's all great. But I think what's most important overall to the sound of the band is that those two guys get together and have some privacy and do what they do. Snake's guitar part for October's song, he's been playing that for years. And Rachel and I have been going, write something around that, write something around that. And it's finally happened. It's like, now the other 50 ones that he's been playing for years that are also great, we just got to get him to write something around those.
Thank you.
We all have them.
I was going to say, we all have tons of them. We will be at sound check, and someone will be playing something, and you're waiting to see if anybody responds to that. And as soon as someone responds to it, it's like, okay, get out your phone and record it. And we have so many of those. We used to do them on dictaphones, before the iPhone. And
we also used to do them on these. Play and record.
Yeah, exactly.
Boom boxes.
Before I was born.
And we still have all that stuff. We still have all those little dictaphone tapes, and I have them in a plastic bag in my house, and there's so much stuff on there. And it's great to go back and revisit those, but you want to get the reaction from the rest of the guys. And if they react, then you're like, okay, cool.
Say Snake comes up with a riff, starts playing, and all of a sudden Rob throws a groove down. It kind of looks like a cliche piece out of a movie, you know what I mean? It's like, oh, look at these guys, jam, play that part, man. Hey, can you go to E here? You know what I mean? So then we all just kind of join in, and it just kind of falls together. And like Snake said, someone gets their phone out, we record it, and it could sit, for God knows how long. But then it'll pop into one of our heads like, what about that sound check riff from Omaha like 2 years ago, And
as we said earlier, we don't live in the same cities, states, and now countries. So outside of the show, which is obviously a predetermined, there's a script to follow for the show. These sound checks are really the only opportunity that we have to get in a room and mess around and play together for a few minutes, and sometimes it's 5 minutes, sometimes it's 15 or 20 minutes, but that's really the only opportunity we as a band have to do that. So we try to pay attention to what's going on, and as Snake said, if there's an idea that's bouncing around, try to have some kind of documentation of that, so when we come back to it a few months later, we have some kind of reference, and we sort of store and catalog these ideas, and hopefully they eventually find the light of day.
And in a lot of ways, that's better than going in a room with the purpose of writing a song, because it takes the pressure off of, we got to come up with something great. Stuff that just happens. It's spontaneous.